Convergence culture is a world where every story, every sound, brand, image, relationship plays itself out across the maximum number of media channels. It's shaped as much by the decisions made in teenagers' bedrooms as it is by the decisions made in the Viacom boardroom.
In his book, Henry Jenkins devotes an entire chapter to Harry Potter. He discusses the various fan fiction sources and how Warner Brothers temporarily shut down many fan fiction websites, holding them hostage until Warner Brothers decided whether or not they were negatively impacting what they considered their property. However, a large part of the success of the Harry Potter franchise is due to this fan fiction. There are two pieces of fan fiction that have become extremely popular on the internet. The first being a very Harry Potter musical.
It's fun. Awesome. Did somebody say Ron Weasley? What's up, buddy? Hey, sorry it took me so long to get here. I had to go get some blue powder. But we gotta get going. Come on, get your...
Although the story in a very Harry Potter musical basically follows the plot of the books, it is done in a comedic way. Possibly the most popular video form of Harry Potter fanfiction is Harry Potter Puppet Pals.
What is that mysterious ticking noise? Not over here, not over there. Kind of catchy. Snipe, Snipe, Severus Snape, 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 Severus Snape,
Dumbledore!
Snape, Severus Snape,
Dumbledore!
Snape, Severus Snape,
Dumbledore!
Snape,
Ron,
Severus
Ron
Snape,
Weasley.
Snape,
Ron,
Snape,
Ron.
Severus.
The content of Harry Potter Puppet Pals does not follow the plot of the books. However, it just uses the characters that have been popularized in those books.
Dumbledore!
Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Severus,
Harry Potter,
Snape,
Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Harry Potter, that's me!
Snape,
Harry,
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 Snape.
Dumbledore! Hermione.
Dumbledore. Snape.
Harry
Snape.
Potter.
Harry Potter Puppet Pals fully embraces Henry Jenkins' idea of the consumer of a product also being the creator of new content based on the original.
Hogwarts!
I found the source of the ticking! It's a pipe bomb!
Yeah!
Voldemort, Voldemort, ooh, Voldemort.
In a transmedia project, the story or experience is spread across a variety of media platforms, not in a way that's redundant, but rather in a way that's complementary, so that each platform contributes what it does best.
In class, we've already explored a very good example of transmedia.
Defiance is a science fiction drama set 35 years in the future.
An alien civilization has shown up at Earth's doorstep. The ships that they brought with all their plants and animals and species crash down on Earth and create a new terraformed planet.
The world around us has changed and aliens and human beings are living side by side.
This is a story that's about courage, it's about survival, and it's about the new frontier.
Defiance is actually two things.
One is a serialized drama for television, and the other is a massive multiplayer online game. The events of that virtual world will actually affect the story and the world of our show, and vice versa.
The show is essentially a show about hope.
The population of Defiance is really a melting pot, and that's kind of at the heart of the show as well, which is that it's essentially kind of an immigrant drama.
MMO gaming stands for Massively Multiplayer Online. What that means is you're playing on the same game space with thousands of other players. Players will build their character, they can do some customization up front of their look, getting new weapons, new abilities. They are coming up against alien monsters or factions that want their destruction.
The experience of one is going to enhance the experience of the other in ways that are both overt and also very subtle. Immersive stories on two platforms that are seamlessly living together.
The real crossovers happen while the season is going. Since we planned from the very beginning to do this, things like a character leaving the game and going to the show and talking about what they did in the game.
You have the same vehicles, the same technology, the same flora, the same fauna.
It really allows both companies to bring what they do best to the table and create something that has never been done before.
It is one of the most groundbreaking entertainment experiences ever created.
Here's another great example of convergence in film. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is an example that not only used convergence as a form of advertisement, but the film itself is heavily influenced by multiple different media.
Hey, what's up? I'll leave you alone forever now. You know this one girl with hair like this?
Yes, that's Ramona Flowers.
Got a job at Amazon.
I have to order something really cool.
Scott, are you waiting for the package you just ordered?
Maybe.
Mr. Pilgrim! I'm Ramona's first evil ex-boyfriend.
What?
As you can see, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is heavily influenced by both video games and comic books. Seeing as the concept of the film came from a popular comic book, the relationship is understandable.
What are you doing? Getting a life.
You want to fight me for her? Why on earth would you want to do that?
Because I'm in love with her.
Here's a clip from the director and writer Edgar Wright regarding the influence of the film.
I sort of see the film as like a big daydream, is that Scott Pilgrim is like a character who's in this kind of, sort of perpetual adolescence and hasn't really grown up yet, and he's living his life through the media that he consumes. And what the film is about at the end essentially is about him kind of growing up and, kind of correcting some wrongs and sort of like getting a chance to do everything right.
Part of the convergence aspect for this film included the nearly simultaneous release of both the film and the arcade game based on both the film and the comic. Although the film itself was not a major box office success, it has developed a very large cult following, becoming the top-selling Blu-ray disc on Amazon.com during the first day it was available. Harry Potter, Defiance, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World are just three examples of convergence culture. In Harry Potter, consumers created the fan fiction to continue or expand the world of the books. With Defiance, the creators attempted to build an immersive world where the events that took place in the video game that the users could control would affect the content of the television show. In Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the character of Scott is an example of a user of this media, where he creates his own vision of the world through video games and comic books.